All right, guys, good morning. Today is Monday, and we are going to be in Unit 5, Week 2 for ELA. So we're going to read our little book, which is our reading writing workshop. We're going to read pages 344 to 351. We're going to be reading the story Soccer Friends. We're going to be working on your turn practice workbook. And then at the end of class, I'm going to show you guys how to do your 5 things for this week. Okay. Then after that, you guys are going to do PE asynchronously. Then you guys have math 12-3. We're learning all about shapes. Then you guys will go to lunch at 12 o'clock. Everyone is working on read theory for their online resource, you're working on read theory. And then after that, you're working on missing work, or if you have no missing work, you could do online resources. But if you're an ELD student, you're going to come back to Zoom. Then you guys get a screen break. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to check when you guys start your art and science things. So let me check that schedule and see that. And then at 12:45, we're all going to come back today. And then we're going to start a new lesson in about heroes. Okay. At the end of the day, you guys are working on your art, health, social, emotional learning activity. And then you guys are going to read any book you would like for 20 minutes. Okay. So let's get started with our little book first. Go ahead and you guys can take out those little books. If you don't have your little book on hand for you right now, that's okay. You guys can just watch my screen. And you guys can just read along on my computer screen. Oh, before we actually get started, let's do our lesson opener.
Cooperation works. How do people get along? Listening and talking helps people get along. This family is setting up their campsite. Things are going smoothly because they are listening to each other and cooperating. These friends are mixing batter for a cake. They are listening and talking to each other. Cooperation can be fun. This family is working together to jar tomatoes. It's a big job, but cooperation makes the work go faster.
Yes, everything is online. I'm sorry. All of the activities for FIBO Art and Code Ninjas, it's going to be through Zoom meetings, but they're going to be giving you guys like free resources, free items, like supplies that you guys can pick up to help, kind of like when we did science. When we did science, you guys were able to pick up stuff so that you guys could participate in the activities. That's going to be the same for those. And it's really nice materials. Like for art, they give you like these nice oil pastels that are pretty pricey, and they give it to you guys for free. So I really recommend going and picking it up. All right, while my screen is loading, again, we're on page 344 to 351. And then I'm also going to be going over your vocabulary words as well. So let's actually start with your vocabulary words.
To know.
I don't have my book.
No worries. So then you can just watch my screen. So here are your vocabulary words for this week. We have 8 words. The kids told jokes and amused each other.
Amused. If something amused you, it made you smile or laugh.
So something that's amusing makes you smile or it makes you laugh. Cooperate.
Cooperate. Runners must cooperate to win a relay race.
If you cooperate with someone, you work together on something. So they're working together to run this race.
Describe. I would describe my cat as small and fluffy.
When you describe something, you tell what it is like. So the cat is small and fluffy.
Entertained. The funny clown entertained me. Entertained. If something entertained you, it pleased or interested you.
When something is entertaining, it pleases you or it interests you. You like it.
Imagination. Ryan used his imagination to pretend he was in space. Imagination. Your imagination is your ability to make up ideas and form pictures in your mind.
Interact. Mia likes to chat and interact with her friends at lunch. Interact. If you interact with someone, you talk and work with them.
So interacting is working with someone or talking with someone.
Patient. The boy was patient and waited for his friend.
Patient means that you are able to wait a long time for something.
Peaceful. It was peaceful in the quiet library.
Oops. Peaceful. Peaceful means it is calm and quiet. So a peaceful place would be calm and quiet. All right, guys, let's go ahead and now read our story.
Read.
All right, I'm on page 344, weekly concept.
Weekly concept. Cooperation works. Essential question. How do people get along?
Oh no, it's not working. Let's give it a sec. Oh, there you go.
Let's cooperate. These kids are playing a game that takes cooperation. They have to interact and work together to make the parachute go up. To cooperate, you need to listen and pay attention to those around you. Work together to do the task. Talk about it. Talk with a partner about things you do that take cooperation. Then write your ideas on the web. Genre. Fiction. Soccer friends. Essential question. How do people get along? Read about a girl who has a problem on the soccer field. Kelly couldn't wait until soccer season began. She could not be patient because she just loved racing to get the ball. She would use her imagination to picture the ball, and then she would fly toward it. Kelly practiced at home during the calm, peaceful mornings. At the first team practice, Kelly greeted her friends. She liked to chat and interact with them. Then she saw a new girl. "That's Selena. She's a really fast runner," reported Kelly's friend Tara. At first, Kelly held her tongue and said nothing. She was worried. She had always been the fastest runner on the team. Then she said, "I can beat her." When practice started, Coach Troy had everyone line up for races. Kelly was nervous and had butterflies in her stomach. "On your mark, get set, go," the coach shouted. Kelly ran as fast as she could, but she noticed Selena getting ahead of her. Kelly tried her best but couldn't match Selena. Later, Kelly watched as Selena entertained some girls by bouncing the ball on her head. The girls laughed, but Kelly was not amused. That night, Mom could tell Kelly was upset. "Can you describe what's wrong?" she asked. "A new girl named Selena beat me at the races. It stinks to get beaten," said Kelly. "I know that's disappointing for you," Mom said, "but it also sounds like good news for your team." Kelly thought about her mom's words. She cared about the team, but she liked being the fastest. At the next practice, the team played a game. Kelly and Selena were on the same team, and Selena was goalie. She quickly blocked a goal. Then Kelly got the ball and thumped it hard toward the net. She scored the winning goal. After practice, Selena said to Kelly, "You were really great today." "Thanks. So were you. I think our team can be great if we cooperate and work together," said Kelly. "I think you're right about that," said Selena. "I'd love to keep playing," Kelly said. "Want to come over to my house and practice?"
All right, so let's see who's paying attention. So here's Kelly. She loves to play soccer. And then here now is a new person, and her name is Selena. And her friend is telling her, "Yeah, I heard that Selena is a very fast runner." And so they race each other, and Selena wins. The new student wins. So now Kelly is sad. Kelly is sad. She like Selena is showing all of the kids on the soccer team that she can bounce the ball on her head. Everyone is amused. They're laughing, they're smiling, but Kelly isn't. She's sad. And Mom asks Kelly, "Why are you upset? Can you describe what's wrong?" So why is Kelly upset?
Because
Because the new girl beat her at the race.
because you can't beat her at a race.
Very good. Now, what happens? And then, okay, so then why is it that at the end, look at them now. Kelly and Selena are now smiling, they're holding hands, and she's even inviting her to come over to her house. So what happens at the end? How come now they are getting
Because they cooperated.
cooperated? Okay, so how did they cooperate? What did they do to cooperate?
She blocked the goal really fast. Sarah blocked the goal really fast, and
You're right. So yeah, Selena blocked the goal because she's really fast.
and then she hit the ball with her head into the goal.
Yeah, and then Kelly was able to thump it hard toward the other goal, and then they won. So yes, you're right. So I love how they worked together. And because they were able to work together, even though Selena might be better at some things, Kelly understood, you know what, this is good for the team. This is good because we're cooperating and we're going to work hard to be the best. So that is amazing. The next thing we're going to be doing now, we're going to be reading more stories about working together. But for today, we're actually going to be moving on to our Your Turn before we do our 5 things. So everyone go ahead and get out your Turn book. Can you type in the chat if you're going to be using your actual book or if you're going to be using Kami? Type in book or Kami. Book or Kami. Which of those are you going to be using? If you're going to be using Kami, you're going to go to Google Classroom. You're going to click on classwork. You're going to scroll down to ELA. And then you're going to look for the one that says Your Turn workbook pages. I posted it on August 31st. If you're using your book, you're looking for this floppy bluish book that says Your Turn practice workbook. And we're turning to page 211. We're on 211. Go ahead and open that up, guys. All right, you guys should be on page 211. We are on Unit 5, Week 2. We're working on vocabulary first, okay? Choose the word that makes sense in each blank, then write the word on the line. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. The book club members talk and blank with each other when they meet. When you're talking, what is that called?
Cooperate.
What, sorry, one more time.
Interact.
Interact. Very good. So
Interact.
T. Interact. So number 1 is interact. Number 2, the singers blanked the people at the show.
Amuse.
Entertained.
Ooh, amused would be something, but usually amusing means that they make you laugh. But I think these singers are not making them laugh. They're making it really interesting to watch. So I think entertained would be a better word. Okay, so I just put it in the chat for you. And this is a big word, so I'm gonna have to try and write it small. ENT, enter. You need the ER. Entertained. TA. That's gonna be a long A, so AIN, and then it's past tense. So you need an E and a D. Entertained. Number 3, my friend blanked us with his funny jokes. Ooh, so if it's funny, then it must be laughing. So number 3 would be amused. AMUSD. Number 4, the firefighters work together or blank to put out the fire. If you're working together, what do you call that?
Cooperate.
Cooperate. Very good.
Miss Park,
Yes.
it doesn't let me go to that page.
Okay, you should have your turn book. I know you have it, Matthew.
I'll check.
So go get it because I know you have it for sure. Cooperate. Okay, number 5. When there is a long line at lunch, you must be what?
Patient.
Patient. Very good.
Patient.
Patient. Pay is going to be PA. The A would be a long vowel. Shint. The TIENT is actually going to make a sh sound, not a T sound. Patient, and then the T will make the T sound. Patient. Oops, I didn't write the number. Okay, number 6. It is easy to relax in a blank place.
Peaceful.
Peaceful.
Peace. PEACE. PEA makes the E sound. The C makes the S sound. Full. And we learned about the suffix full, which means full of. Peaceful. Number 7, can you blank the drawing you made?
Describe.
Describe, and there's only one more word, imagination. So the last one must be imagination. So can you describe? Describe. It's DES, dis, and then scribe. You need a CR. I is the long I vowel. B, and then the E is silent. Describe. And then number 8, you can write a good story when you use your, and then the last word we've got is
Imagination.
imagination. M A A J G I N N A A, and then TION is going to make the shun sound. Imagination. All right. I put all the answers in the chat for you. If you need more time writing it down, I'm going to have you either look at it in the chat or you're going to have to watch this YouTube video later, okay? Because I'm going to move on. It's in the chat, okay? Now, these are going to be your actual spelling words. Those were your vocabulary words. These are your spelling words that you're going to need to know how to spell for your spelling test. We're going to be working on diphthongs, OY, OI / consonant, and LE words. So two blended words together, two letters blended together can stand for one vowel sound. Like, for example, the letters OY are two vowels and they make the oi sound. OI also does that, two vowels, oi. They can stand for the vowel sounds you hear in boy and foil. Read each sentence, circle the word with the vowel sound you hear in boy, oi. Write the word on the line and circle the letters that spell the vowel sound. The girls play with a toy truck. Which one has the oi sound?
Toy.
Very good. So you're going to write that word on the line, T-O-Y, and then you're going to circle the letters that spell the vowel sound. Oi, it would be O-Y. So this is page 212. Okay, number 3. We'll plant seeds in the soil and watch them grow. Which one has the oi sound?
Soil.
Soil. And what two letters makes the oi sound? What two letters?
O and I.
O and I. Very good. Okay, number 3. Dad will boil eggs in a pot on the stove. Which one has the oi sound?
Boil.
Boil. And the two letters are the same as soil, the O and the I. And then last one before we move on to syllables. The baby giggles with joy when she is tickled. What is the word that has the oi sound?
Joy.
Joy. J, oi. Joy. Good job. All right, now let's work on syllables. Right? When a word ends in LE, the consonant before it plus the letters LE form the last syllable. This sound in an end syllable can also be spelled AL or EL. So read each word, draw a line between the syllables, write each syllable on the line. So here we have needle. So we see the words LE. The consonant before it plus the letters LE form the last syllable. So the consonant before it is D. So this one, the syllable would be dull. So the beginning is just knee. So when you're reading it and you're clapping it out, this is how you would do it. Needle. Okay. Bagel. So it would be bay. And then goal is going to be with the E and L. Because you want to keep the consonant before it with the second part of the word. Bagel. Number 3, local. So at the end, the C goes with the A and the L. And then low is just together. Local. And then the last one we have is puzzle. Now, when a word ends in LE, the consonant before it plus the letters LE form the last syllable. So the consonant before it is the Z, which leaves one more Z. So I guess that Z will go with the first part of the we'll go with the first part. So puzzle, 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 puzzle. Puzzle. I think actually the Z would go here too. I think you would just put both Z's there. Puzzle. I'll write the answers in the chat for you. So this is part B. Ni, do, be, go, o, go, puzzle, 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 puzzle. All right, guys. Again, if you need more time, you can always watch this video again. The answers are also in the chat. I'm going to move on to the 5 things because we only have 20 minutes left and I want to make sure we get to all of the 5 things. Awesome. I see already some of you guys are done. Good job. I'm going to start with our spelling test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that blue link. It's going to open up this link here and I'm going to click on the link. This is going to take me to my spelling test. I'm going to take my spelling test for you guys so you can see how to do it. You need to be doing one of these every single week. So I'm going to click out of that. Now, I know these are my spelling words because there's 15 of them. It says SP, which stands for spelling, and it even says it here, 2nd grade spelling. What kind of test am I taking with my spelling words? My spelling test, which is on the left-hand side, the red button on the left side. It's going to open up. I'm going to exit out of this ad again, and then I'm going to take my spelling test.
Get ready for the test. Don't peek at your list. Begin.
Sound.
Listen for the sound of the fire truck.
Sound. The OU makes the owl sound.
Mound.
The anthill was a tiny mound of sand.
Uh-oh. These are your Unit 5 Week 1 words. Give me a second, guys. All right, the links will work now. So this is your spelling words, 15 words, and you'll notice that it has SP and it says Unit 5, U5 Week 2, WK2. You're also going to notice that one of your words is going to be a contraction, I will, I'll, okay? Now let's take your right spelling test.
Get ready for the test. Don't peek at your list. Begin.
Soil. Seeds grow in rich soil.
Soil. OI makes the oil.
Broil. Broil the meat on the top rack of a hot oven.
Broil. That's different than boil. It has an R in it. Broil.
Moist. This cake is moist while that cake is dry.
Moist.
Point.
There was a sharp point on the knife tip.
Point.
Toil.
Farmers work and toil in fields endlessly.
Toil.
Oil.
I used oil to grease the squeaky car gears.
Toy.
My favorite toy to play with is a puppet. Joy.
I saw joy on her face when she won a prize.
Coin.
I put a coin in my piggy bank to save it.
Noise.
There was so much noise, I longed for silence.
Noise. And then the E is silent.
Crown.
The king wore a crown on his head.
Mound.
The anthill was a tiny mound of sand.
I'll come visit you when I have a day off.
When you do this one, you have to put that, you have to do I''LL, and your I needs to be uppercase. If you put a lowercase I, it will not work. Because when we say I will, it needs to be uppercase. So I'll.
Laugh.
I laugh if I am happy or something is funny.
And you'll notice that the I'll, it all looks like the same letters. Like if you look at it, it all looks like L's, but you need to spell them correctly. because those are actually all just uppercase.
Maybe. Maybe she will bring the gift, but maybe not.
Check your words below. You got 15 out of 15 on your first try. That's 100%.
So that was your practice spelling test. And then you're going to click on your vocabulary practice test. Right now, you guys are just watching. You guys will do this later. And this should be your right vocabulary words. Unit 5, week 2, vocabulary words. There are 8 of them. For your vocabulary word, what kind of test are you taking? A vocabulary test. It's the red button on the right side. If it's not letting you do it right after class, I'll help you out and I'll see what's going on.
Get ready for the test. Don't peek at your list. Begin.
Choose the word that's being defined.
Entertained or caused one to feel pleasure.
So it's not going to be entertained because it wouldn't have
Entertained or caused one to feel pleasure.
It wouldn't have entertained in the word. So this one, the best answer.
Amused.
To work with someone else to achieve something you both want.
Cooperate.
So this is why it's important to take these tests so that you can find the right answers.
To explain what something is like.
Describe.
So the more you practice.
Amused or kept happily busy.
So amused here.
Amused or kept happily busy.
We're not
Amused.
So the best answer would be entertained. So you're finding the word that is the
amused or kept happily busy. The mental ability to think and create.
Imagination.
Imagination.
The more you practice these every day, the better you'll get.
Work or function with one another.
Interact.
If you're interacting with someone, you're working together or you're functioning. Another word for like functioning is you're like talking with them. So the more you practice this, the better you're going to get for Friday.
A person getting care from a doctor or nurse.
Okay, so see, this one is a different
Patient.
So we have been looking at patient as when you're waiting for something. This one is saying a patient like someone that a doctor sees. Like if you go to a hospital, then you're a patient at the hospital.
Free from strife or turmoil.
You're peaceful. So that's why it's important to practice these vocabulary words.
You found the correct definition.
So that by the time you take it on Friday, you'll get
out of
100%.
8 words. That's 100%. Good job.
So the last thing you guys are going to be doing is you guys are going to be working. I'm sorry, not the last thing.
Games.
The last 3 things is you're going to go to Connect Ed and then you'll play your grammar and your mechanics activities. We're looking at pronouns I, me, we, and us. Charlie and I went to the library.
Great job.
Mom wanted me to help him.
Good job.
I went with Tia.
Fantastic.
We were there for an hour.
Fantastic.
Carrie was with us.
Excellent work.
I talked with the neighbors.
Good job.
They met with me last week.
Good job.
My neighbors and I decided to start a book club. Another way that I like to look to see if it's I or me is I'll take away the first part, like whoever I'm with, like the neighbors, and I'm going to say which one makes more sense. I decided to start a book club or me decided to start a book club. I decided to start a book club. So sometimes that helps me understand. Instead of saying my neighbors and I would say, I would just start with if it's just me. So I would say, I decided to start a book club. Me decided to start a book club. Which one makes the most sense? I.
Fantastic.
We are hoping to meet again soon.
Good job.
Would you like to join us?
Fantastic.
I can plan the meeting myself.
Great job.
You may need to read quietly by yourself.
Fantastic.
We think that we will pick the books ourselves.
Good job.
I worked by myself.
Fantastic.
You went by yourself.
Excellent work.
Calvin and I walked by ourselves.
Good job.
That's more than two. Jim will write the play himself because it's
fantastic.
Mom is cutting our hair herself.
Good job.
All right. Now what we're going to do is we are going to play our mechanics activity. And we are working on capitalizing pronouns. Okay. Find the error, select the words that need to be changed or that needs punctuation after it. Then choose the proofreading symbol that will fix the error. Mary and I needs to be uppercased, have been friends a long time. I needs to be uppercased, live near her. I needs to be uppercased, sometimes go to her house after school, sometimes she comes over to mine. I needs to be uppercased, I'm happy that she is my friend.
Good job.
Can I help you? So all of these I's need to be uppercased. We just talked about this earlier in our spelling test. All of these I's need to be uppercased. Okay. Can I help you? She asked. I know a lot about bikes, she said. I walked my bike over to her. She fixed the chain. Then I rode it home. I called.
Fantastic.
Again, same thing. I want to read a book today. I borrowed it from the library. The librarian helped me find it. She asked me what I like to read about. I think librarians are nice. I would like to be one when I grow up. All of those I's need to be capitalized.
Good job.
I think we can have fun at the park. I will bring some food. You can bring a bat and ball. I will share the food with you. Then I will play ball with you. All of the I's need to be uppercase. So you click on it so it highlights.
Fantastic.
And then you click on the uppercase button. So click on it, click on the uppercase button. Highlight it, click on the uppercase button. Mark and I walked to school together. I met him at his house. I knock on the door every morning. We have fun when we walk. Mark and I are good friends.
Fantastic.
All righty. And then the last thing we're going to do is our selfie writing. You guys can go ahead and get out your selfie writing so that you guys can get started on it. If you don't know where your selfie writing is, you're going to go to Google Classroom. And then right below the Your Turn workbook page under classwork is your selfie writing. And you're going to open up the second one right here. It should have your name on it. Okay. We are in the week of March 21st. So for your selfie writing, what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down till you find where it says you may complete this slide the week of March 21st. Remember, if you have any missing work, all of these should be done. All of these should have paragraphs in it. If you don't have paragraphs in it, then you need to be getting these completed. All of these should be completed. Ooh, okay, let's see. We are on the week of March 21st, so you should be on slide like 28 or maybe somewhere else. Slide 28. Ooh, look, and this is like a little passport book and you can add a little picture of yourself. So I'm going to add my picture right now. And take my picture. Okay, I'm going to insert it. Image. I'm going to add this here. And I need to make it smaller so it fits. And then today you don't even need to make it a circle. So if I could go anywhere in the world, I would go to. So this is going to be somewhere you would go. So like Ava says that she would go to Japan. Yeah, Eva says she would go to Japan too. So you guys are going to write about where you would visit and why. You need to write a minimum of 4 to 6 sentences. I'm only going to write 4 sentences today because of the sake of time. But if you guys want to write more, you are more than welcome to. So whenever you start a paragraph, you first indent. And then I'm going to start it. If I could go anywhere in the world, I would go to, and I see two of you guys already talking about Japan, so I'm going to write Japan. If I could go anywhere in the world, I would go to Japan. First, I would go to see anime. Next, I would visit Tokyo Disney. So I already have 3 sentences. I only need one more to finish my paragraph. So if I could go anywhere in the world, I would go to Japan.
Last.
I would go to see anime. I would visit Tokyo Disney. In conclusion, I would love to visit Japan. Okay, so that is what you guys are going to be doing. You're going to be telling me where, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go to and why?
I would like to go to Universal Studios because it's really fun.
Yeah, so you can write that. So you could say, if I could go anywhere in the world, I would go to Universal Studios because it's super fun. I would want to visit Simpsons and Springfield. I would want to ride the Harry Potter ride. I would want to watch the 3D Shrek. Okay, it looks like Sierra wants to go to Mammoth, so she could write, if I could go anywhere in the world, I would go to Mammoth because it is so beautiful. First, I would go snowboarding there. Next, I would go to the bakery there and get myself some cookies. In conclusion, I would love to visit Mammoth. So just all you guys are doing is telling me where you would want to visit and why. Okay? So if you want to, and if you want to write more than 4 to 6 sentences, you're more than welcome to write as much as you would like. Okay. Now that is it for ELA time today. If you guys have any other questions, you guys can stay and ask them. If not, I will see you guys at 10:15 for math.